The recent myth is that the cost of college just isn't worth it. Well, a student who graduates with a bachelor's degree has lifetime earnings that are at least $1.2 million greater on average than a student who graduates with just a high school diploma. There are also a lot of non-financial benefits to a college education, such as college graduates are less likely to be involved in crime, they're healthier, they're happier, they're more likely to participate in public service and civic activities. All colleges base your financial aid on your ability to pay. If a college is more expensive, the financial aid package will be bigger. So it's not true that only wealthy children get to go to the more elite colleges. In fact, more than 6 of the most elite colleges have adopted no loans policies which eliminate loans from the financial aid package, replacing them with grants. This makes the out-of-pocket cost of going to a college like Harvard, MIT, Yale, or Princeton to be less expensive than some state schools. There are a variety of low-cost federal education loans that make it easy to repay. They have a variety of flexible repayment plans that allow you to stretch out the cost over many years or to peg the cost to your discretionary income. So long as you don't overborrow, you should be able to repay your student loans within about 10 years after graduating. A general good rule of thumb is to borrow more for your college education than your expected starting salary after you graduate. If you borrow less than that amount, you'll find it easy to repay the loans. If you borrow more than twice your expected starting salary, you'll be at high risk of defaulting on those loans. Typically, an undergraduate student will graduate with about $25,000 in debt. About 2/3 of undergraduate students graduate with some debt. If you restrict it to the students who have applied for financial aid, 7/8 of all students graduate with debt. So student loans are pretty much unavoidable as a way of paying for college. One of the more pernicious myths is that $6.6 billion in scholarships went unclaimed last year. This myth is often promoted by scholarship matching services that charge a fee for their service to try to suggest that there's money just waiting around, waiting for you to pick up your fair share. Well, the only entity that provides money for college simply for breathing is the federal government. And in fact, pretty much no aid goes unclaimed. The only sort of scholarships that ever go unclaimed are like the Zolt Scholarship from the Loyola University of Chicago. The Zolt Scholarship is for someone who's Catholic and was born with the last name of Zolt, and that name appears on their christening documents. You can't qualify for that scholarship by changing your name. If it goes unclaimed, it's because there are no students with the last name of Zolt. Another common myth is that you must be a star athlete, minority student, or have good grades to win scholarships for college. While there are scholarships that focus on each of these qualities, there are also scholarships that look for excellence in some other area, such as artistic talent, creative writing, or pretty much any topic under the sun. There's also a variety of financial aid available to pretty much every student. The unsubsidized Stafford loan and the Parent Plus loan are available to every student regardless of financial need. There's also the Hope Scholarship tax credit, which lets you get a little bit money back on your income taxes for amounts that you've paid for your college education. Now, every scholarship sponsor is looking for a student who is best in some area. And if they are a metallurgical society, they're going to be looking for the student who has the best promise as a future metallurgy student. If they are a veterinarian society or foundation, they're going to be looking for students who show promise as future veterinarians. So what you need to do is look at your background and identify where your strengths are. Those are the areas where you're more likely to win a scholarship. And there are scholarships for everything under the sun. And academic scholarships are mainly going to come from the colleges themselves, but some of the more esoteric and interesting scholarships for people who play golf, who are vegetarians, tall people, short people, and those will come from private foundations. Very few of the scholarships are restricted according to race. It's a common myth that most scholarships go to minority students. In reality, most scholarships go to Caucasian students. If anything, the minority students get less than their fair share of scholarships.